Good morning to your friends. Happy Monday to you. It is Monday, May 11th, and we do have a lot going on. Joan, a lot of great interviews today.
Oh, really?
I'm very excited. Listen to the cynicism in her voice.
Oh, no cynicism at all. Dan.
We have some great interviews today, Joan.
That's amazing, Dan. Tell us who.
7:06, Tennessee State Senator Brent Taylor is going to be joining us.
Oh, so he's the guy that wants to become the next senator?
Congressman for the 9th.
Yeah.
So going to be talking to him. 7:35, Dr. Manny Sethi is going to be joining us. All the latest on the hantavirus. Or is it hantavirus?
Or hantavirus.
Or hantavirus.
Right. That's the way it used to be said. Now we're saying hanta.
Yeah, I don't know why they changed the names of these things, but whatever. So when I was in L.A., it used to be hantavirus.
Right.
And then somewhere, you were telling me, Joan, earlier, like years ago, it used to be called
Hanta.
Hanta.
In the Northeast, we called it hantavirus.
And now it's Hanta.
Hanta.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I hope to never have to say it again after today.
Right.
Because I've been saying it wrong for like 3 days. So, but you know what? Whatever. Hanta.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, they're now in Nebraska. The people with the hantavirus are now in Nebraska at this highfalutin, place where they do infectious diseases, the whole thing. So Dr. Mandy Sethi is going to talk to us about that. I know you'll be shocked, Joan, to learn that they're working now on a vaccine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. We're all going to get vaccinated for something we will likely never come into contact with.
Exactly, right? So we'll talk about that. And by the way, 8:06, Brian Wilson is going to join us. Brian has had a very busy weekend. You know what Brian Wilson was doing this weekend besides training his new dog? He has been poring over all of the files that were released last, was it Friday? All the UFO files were released.
Oh, he's into this too, huh?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
I was on the phone with him for like a half hour. I'm like looking at Amy, and don't anybody tell Brian that I'm admitting this on the radio. I'm looking at Amy, and I'm like muting my phone, and I'm saying, hey, can you like yell in the background that the dog's vomiting or something so I can get off the phone with Brian? Because he won't stop talking about the UFOs and the UAPs. So then I take it off mute. Honey, the dog's puking. Oh, Brian, I got to go. Sorry, click. I'm just kidding. I love Brian.
So now you're going to bring him on the air so that we can all feel that way.
Yeah.
That's coming from the guy that texted us over the weekend about one of the videos. Come on, man.
Who did?
You.
I did? Did I text you about a video? Okay. Listen, I do a lot of texting.
Oh, no.
I do a lot of texting. So if I did,
it wasn't him, was it?
No,
Sam?
it was.
Okay.
Was it the thing about the demons?
The biblical angel theory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From those pilots in the 60s.
Do you know what was so funny? And then I'm going to move on. What was so funny is the Daily Mail actually had a story. And the headline was something like, the chilling details of the release of the alien files or whatever it was. And they talk about a 4 to 4.5 foot helmeted being that they say came out of one of these spaceships. I started laughing because it's like Kazoo from the Flintstones.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Like, get back to us when you have something real to report. You know what I mean? Now, I'm sure that maybe there is something real. That's why I'm leaning on Brian because, and I've done a lot of reading on this, but I mean, Brian, at least to me, he's the only guy that I know that is like really, really, really into it. So Brian is going to tell us, sort of what's new, what's not new. And if Kazoo from the Flintstones was one of the early Martians from it's like 1972, which is when Kazoo was on the Flintstones. Kazoo was the Flintstones, right, Joan?
Yes.
Okay.
Joan sounds a lot like Sam.
Well, I mean...
I wanted to make, you don't have to discriminate against age on that question. I know the answer.
Okay, well, very good.
Also, Wally, if Wally's Bean Machine would be another person to talk to about this stuff.
Sure. Oh,
His coffee's not the only thing out of this world.
Well, okay, very good. Anyway, we'll talk to Brian and see if see if there's anything new. Because everything that I read, I don't know, Joan. See, Joan's not into this. So
I make fun of
this
it.
is the difficulty that I have in dealing with someone like Joan. I'm trying to feign excitement about the whole UFO UAP thing, and she's not playing along.
I just can't get around it except to say that there's going to be a lot of people out there with like aluminum foil on their colanders and wearing it on their heads so that they can attract the sounds
Joan,
of the
you
universe.
don't even have that right. It's to block them out, okay?
I'm
it's
sorry.
a repellent.
Is it okay, whatever. Anyway.
That's how they can't control your mind, man.
All right, can I just tell you what happened to me this morning?
Yeah.
So, no, you can keep that up. Keep that up. So you folks may remember on Friday, I took some calls. And all these people started calling up. I said, you can talk about Justin Pearson or the UFO UAPs. I think I must have taken about 9 calls on UAPs and 1 call on Justin Pearson.
Actually, that call was a both.
Oh, was it a both?
It was a both. He's like, can you explain Pearson's antics and then also these UFOs?
So all these people start calling about like demons and the book of Enoch and Ezekiel and just all this like kind of whatever kind of scary kind of stuff. I woke up this morning screaming from a nightmare. I kid you not. So I woke up and I know that it's all the talk of the demons. That's what Brian Wilson was talking about, demons too. It scared me, which is why I wanted to get off the phone with him. So I'm sleeping on my back and I feel in a dream or a nightmare a long-fingered black hand on my right shoulder. And I woke up screaming. It was like the demon of death had visited me at night. Now, luckily, it was time for me to wake up anyway. But, I mean, it was like, oh, my God. I wake. Now, Amy and I sleep in literally separate floors. So nobody heard me screaming. But, yeah. And it's all the talk of this demon stuff.
I think the takeaway from this conversation is that demons with long black fingered hands can tell time.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
They knew that, it's time for this guy to wake up anyway. And clearly death is near because he's, going to be 59 this year. So, we're going to go ahead and just wake him up now. Honest to goodness, I thought I was like dying. I thought I was going to have like a heart attack or something. So
I'm not trying to stoke that fire, but Job 7:14, then thou scarest me with dreams and terrifiest me through visions.
Shut up, Sam. Why do you do this? Sam, when are you going to take my advice and get out of radio?
Eventually.
Do you know the amount of crap I got on Friday when we were giving Sam like life advice and career advice?
Yeah.
After graduating from college, and my great piece of advice was to get out of radio. I got a lot of crap for that. I'm sorry, Sam. If you want to pursue a life of poverty, you go right on ahead. Stay in radio. See, I'm doing it again, Joan.
Yeah.
What is wrong with me?
A life of poverty. You don't live in poverty, do you, Dan?
It's only been fairly recently that I actually was able to pay my bills, and I had to marry a hot, rich chick to do it. What? I'm just saying. What?
Yeah.
All right, just moving right along. Hey, Iran is going on today. We can talk about that.
Yeah. Beautiful transition.
Wouldn't that that's why I've had a life of radio poverty, because I suck at transitions.
That is 40 years of excellence, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. So I have. Do you know how long I've been? Joan, how many years in radio for you?
This is 38.
Okay, so Sam, do the math. If I got into radio at 18 and now I am 58.
40.
40 years.
Yeah.
40 flipping years I've been doing this.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. I had a full head of hair when I started radio, and now look at me.
Don't even age whiskey that long.
If it was so bad back in the day, how did you stay? Like, why didn't you, I don't know, get into electrical engineering?
Do you know what's so funny about that, Joan? I actually thought about trade school. I tried trade school, paralegal, going into the military, and still the temptress that was radio stayed in my life. And it's because I love it. Like, I was the guy that would work, and people don't care about this, but I would work like 4 or 5 different radio jobs at one time, trying to eke out a living. And I was able, believe it or not, to do it, obviously, because here I am. I've been unemployed all of like 3 weeks in my 40 years. But it was just all sheer luck and perseverance. Because, I mean, based on clearly on this segment, I have no discernible skill in radio, in broadcasting. I mean, obviously.
You done talk long.
What?
She's clearly lived in Coffee County for too long.
I was going to say, what did you say, Joan?
You done talk long.
I done talk long?
You
Is
done
that
talk
it? I done
long.
talk long?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Okay, cool.
It's a talent.
Yeah, that is true. I can speak a long time. Yep. By the way, people on the super text line, thank you, are asking me, Dan, surprised to even see you here because isn't your daughter about to give birth? Why, yes. Yes, she is. I have an update from her. What is it, Joan? A membrane swap? Is that what it was called?
Sweep. Membrane sweep.
Membrane sweep? Okay, so I've got details from my daughter's membrane sweep because I know that this is why people came to Nashville's Morning News. We'll talk about that very quickly because it could happen at any second. Like, I could get a call at 6:15, and I'm going to call Brian Wilson, and he'll start talking about aliens. I'm just kidding.
Don't you threaten us like that.
I'm just kidding. Brian is on standby. I could get a call right now because she was 2 centimeters dilated. Is that what they call it? Yeah.
Yes.
So she's 2 centimeters dilated. And, but I mean, he is just my second grandson. He's just no hurry whatsoever, which is fine. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I do have a go bag in my car.
What is that annoying sound?
It's a sweep. It's a membrane sweep.
I think it probably sounds a little more squishy than that.
Oh.
We got to stop it. Stop it. Iran, Trump, peace plan is not going to happen. This is where we're going right now. We got video up there, Sam? All right. So we're all waiting for both sides to sign off on this page one page, 14-point peace plan. Turns out, though, it is totally unacceptable, according to President Donald Trump. So Iran is now doing their usual saber rattling.
Today as well, we warn the enemy that if they once again commit aggression and once again fall into a miscalculation, just as they did in the past, and are now in fact paying the price for those past mistakes and bearing the consequences.
Iran's president also shared a short statement on social media saying, in part, we will never bow our heads before the enemy, and if talk of dialogue or negotiation arises, it does not mean surrender or retreat.
All right, so those are the words of one of Iran's military generals, courtesy of Fox News and their president. Yeah, you know what, Joan? It's a little hard for me to get into this segment, to be perfectly honest, because you and I have been predicting this for like days now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's like, here we go again. It's going to be whiplash. It's going to be, oh, we're close. And then, of course, Donald Trump, totally unacceptable. It's the usual stuff. And, you know, again, it's what we've been telling you all along. Iran is simply trying to delay. That's what this is.
But I think that this time, finally, the delay is working against them.
Yeah, because, I mean, you and I were talking in our pre-show meeting that Iran's, and we've been talking about this, but Iran's, their oil infrastructure is crumbling as we speak. One of the things that is happening, and I'll share some details with you, but one of the things that's happening is that there's now a big old oil slick in the Strait of Hormuz. Why is that? Because Iran cannot offload all of this oil. And so they're either dumping it or one of their tankers is sprung a leak, because what happens basically is this oil, I don't know, it gets old and it gets gross and it gets grody and it starts eating away at the infrastructure. And that is exactly what's happening. So they've got all this oil. They can't unload it thanks to Donald Trump. They're losing millions and billions of dollars. And you've got all these people out there now that are saying, oh, yeah, Iran, they've only got a few days before their economy totally and completely collapses. So we do need to keep the pressure on. Got a lot going on today. We will get into the whole Justin Pearson thing because there's so much delicious video and audio. And I do believe that the rest of the country is now getting caught up to where we have been for years now regarding the absurdity of Justin Pearson. So we will get into that, though I do need to wrap up the conversation regarding Iran and what is going on there because, this is a war. I don't know. Where are we at now, Joan? 6, 7, 8 weeks? I don't even know. 8 weeks? Can somebody do the math for me? Sam, can you do the math?
Sure, yeah.
So, and this was, over the weekend, we've been reporting it. Donald Trump saying, you know what? We got response from the one-page 14-point memo, and it is, as Joan said, and as I said, it is unacceptable. This is from Fox News. Talking about some of the things that Iran was looking for. Listen to this.
Here are some of the highlights. Iran is proposing an end to the fighting and a gradual reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. must lift its blockade of Iranian ports, say the Iranians. Nuclear issues to be negotiated over the next 30 days, another stipulation. Also, Iran proposing to have some of its highly enriched uranium diluted, the rest transferred to a third country, and also Iran willing to suspend enrichment of uranium, but for a shorter period than the 20-year moratorium being proposed by the administration. And it'll be interesting to see what reaction we'll get to these points by the administration. But earlier today, Iran's military said that if the U.S. was thinking about restarting the war, they better think again.
Unacceptable!
That's what Donald Trump said, Joan. Unacceptable.
I would posit that was not him.
No, that was not him. I think that we just stay the course. That's all we got. We got to stay the course. There's no other. We can't let them off the hook. You know what I mean? We cannot let them off the hook. I don't know why we would. Should we start bombing Tehran again? Or should we take the battle, start dropping missiles and all that stuff again? I don't think that we need to. I think that where we are right now with not allowing them to unload oil, sell oil, export oil, I think that's all we really need to do. There's no reason to continue to drop bombs. What I would like to do is figure out a way to take out more of their Islamic Revolutionary Guard. That's what we need to do with Iran. But bottom line is they're talking tough, but, we've got them in a vice grip, if you know what I mean. The president was on 60 Minutes last night, and this was part of what he had to say regarding Iran.
Where are we in the war if we've not yet gotten the nuclear materials, the enriched uranium from them?
Well, we'll get that at some point, whatever we want. We have it surveilled. I did a thing called Space Force. And they are watching that if somebody walked in, they can tell you his name, his address, the number of his badge. No, we have that very well surveilled. If anybody got near the place, we will know about it, and we'll blow them up.
There you go. We'll blow them up. I mean, listen, it's all well and good. That's what the president wants to do. The president posting that Iran had it really good under Obama and Biden. This was a Truth Social post. Iran had it really good under Obama and Biden as they gave them billions of dollars, let them sell oil, looked the other way on sanctions. I'm paraphrasing, but the president is absolutely right. He was on 60 Minutes last night. One of those sticking points, again, obviously, is that enriched uranium, and now the Iranians are threatening to blow up our ships. So that is the latest on Iran. I'm not real surprised. Joan's not real surprised. Sam's not real surprised. You folks listening at home or in the car, you're not surprised as well. 73 days, Joan, is how far we are. 73 days involved in this war. How many times have we heard we were only a couple of days away from this thing being over? It's probably at least 3 or 4, right? I mean, to the point where I don't even take it seriously anymore.
I don't think anybody does.
It's like when you're shopping with your wife at the home goods store, and she's like, I just need 5 more minutes. I'm looking at these plates. No, it turns into 10 minutes. Then it turns into 2 hours.
And a lot of money.
Yeah.
Something you want to talk about, Sam?
What? It was my graduation money. I used it how I saw fit, I guess.
Hey, Sam, without going into detail, I'd just like to tell you, maybe remind me to talk to you off the air about talking about your marriages or your marriage on the radio.
Oh, that thing called boundaries?
Yeah, a thing called boundaries, and just ignoring those boundaries can lead to really expensive divorce lawyers.
That's true. But it's a similar concept. We keep hearing, oh, we're a couple of days away. Nope.
All right, I want to play this video of Justin Pearson. So for you folks listening on the radio, there is a video that went viral over the weekend, and it was Justin Pearson. And if you look closely, and if you're watching on Super Talk TV, you will see that he is in front of some sort of a graduating class. Apparently this was in Memphis. And he is doing, I don't know, some sort of a commencement address. But it's like, to describe what's happening, he looks like he has a bunch of killer bees in his pants. It's almost like what he's doing, Joan and Sam. It's like he's doing a James Brown. Remember when James Brown would be on stage? He
Blacked out on cocaine?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, he looks like he is, doing a James Brown dance. And he's screaming. He's acting the fool. I mean, be honest. He's acting the fool.
All with a giant picture of himself.
There's a big picture of him in the back. Now, whatever. I mean, he's there as a commencement speaker. But people are asking some very serious questions. This guy named the Reverend Damian Thaddeus Jones, blasting him on the socials, tweeting this out. This is what this Reverend, I guess he's out of Florida, says. Memphis lawmaker Justin Pearson embodies most of the black male leadership now. Performative, caricature, emotional. But the crowd is clapping. Why? Don't black people deserve better than this? Says this black reverend out of Florida, Damian Thaddeus Jones.
Currently serving as the mayor of Calumet City.
This reverend apparently, again, is out of Florida.
Oh, different.
One guy says, stay out of our business here in Memphis. You're in Florida. My response to that guy was this. Most of us here in Tennessee are tired of watching Memphis crumble. That's why the state had to take over the schools. That's why the feds had to send in, and the state, additional law enforcement as well. And that's why the state has also had to take over the district attorney's office. So, yeah, you know what? We would love to stay out of Memphis. We would love to let Memphis fend for itself. Here's the problem. Memphis being able to fend for itself has not actually happened. And so Memphis has been crumbling. You know why Memphis has been crumbling? Because people like this dancing jackass fool, Justin Pearson, is out there making a fool out of himself, and that's what he considers, a way to fix Memphis. Is dancing on a stage like he's got bees in his pants. Oh, and by the way, that's not the only time that he's ever done that. Oh, no. There's been other times as well. Another account called the Black Alpha Network actually put out their own video, and it is also Justin Pearson. Let me play it for you real quick. This is the one on the right, and let me see if I can. I can't do this the way that I want to. But this is Justin Pearson doing his preaching.
God sent you to flip the tables of destitution. God sent you to tip the tables of the attacks on humanity. God sent you. God sent you. God sent you.
He literally says.
Is that him?
Yeah. He literally says God sent you like 50 times.
Sent you. God sent you. God sent you.
I mean, this is just.
God sent you.
And he loves the sound of his own voice.
I want this job where I could just scream God sent you for minutes at a time.
To flip the tables.
Does he actually have a divinity degree? Like, is he a real pastor?
I don't know, but the people in the audience,
they're eating it up, aren't they?
Some people are just kind of looking around.
Okay.
And other people are eating it up, Joan.
whole world, so no weapon.
I mean, there you go. Now, and he's doing the little dance again because he likes to do the dance.
To prosper, no weapon formed against you.
Is this what they do in these churches? Like,
Well, he's got the phrases down.
Fight on, believe.
It's just silly.
Yeah.
Justin Pearson.
Unlike Reverend Thaddeus Jones, because apparently there's several gentlemen with that name, but Reverend Jones down there in Port St. Lucie has a church, Faith Without Walls, and they focus heavily on community outreach with counseling programs and community partnerships. They're very involved in their community. He's been doing this for over 20 years. He's got a doctorate in theology.
There you go.
Very educated man that actually does things for his community. I'll emphasize that again. Mr. Pearson, what have you done? Who have you counseled? Who have you brought along the way other than just jumping up and down like a fool?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's on the phone? Justin Pearson is actually on the phone, and he's got something to say to you, Sam. Thank you.
Maybe the best radio setup joke you've ever pulled.
Wasn't that good? Actually, that's Marconi worthy right there. You asked Joan if he's got a divinity degree. So can I ask this question? Because I think Justin Pearson is clearly a fraud, right? He's clearly a fraud. So what kind of a preacher, though, says that? That would be my question. Like, does your preacher say that? Pastor Alan Jackson. Does Pastor Alan Jackson say that kind of stuff, Joan?
He does not, no.
No?
No. He does not.
Did he call out the Reverend and say that he should worry about Florida instead of Memphis?
Who, Justin Pearson?
Yeah. Is that,
no.
Oh.
No, that's from his shenanigans on Thursday.
Gotcha. Apparently, he's had the audacity to call out the education policies in Florida as a representative.
Really? Because Memphis is really good now that the state has had to take it over? Is that what it is?
Yeah. And as far as his education, he went to Mitchell High School in Memphis and graduated from Bowdoin College in 2017. So
well, I don't know what Bowdoin College is.
Probably not a real school, for being honest.
What? I don't know. My question is, what makes him qualified to be a preacher would be my question.
Nothing.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the qualifications are to be a preacher in these kinds of churches. I'm not hating. People praise in different ways, Joan.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
People praise in different ways.
I'm not against it.
So whatever. But, people are screaming about how the vote has been taken out of the people of Memphis, their hands. No longer able to vote. They've lost all their political power. You know how many people live in Dude's district? I thought this was interesting. I did a little research. How many people live in his district? In the last Democrat primary back in 2024, he got 3,700 votes out of a district population of almost 68,000. 3,700 votes out of a population of almost 68,000. That is like 5.6%. All right? So to sit here and say, oh, the people of Memphis are losing, their vote. Well, by and large, the people in Memphis, basically, they're not necessarily voting in great numbers anyway. I mean, Tennessee itself doesn't vote in huge numbers. And so Memphis is considered low in a state that is considered low as it relates to voter turnout. So this massive groundswell of anger, I guess I'm confused because the numbers for the Democrats' primary in 2024 don't actually match the level of angst that I'm seeing right now. It just doesn't. There is a woman called April Chapman. Do I have time to do this now? Are we stacked in this hour? Sam, do we got a lot or do I have time to do this? I want to do this real quick. There's a woman named April Chapman. Now, she is a podcaster, and she is black, and she seems to me like she is really smart, and she's probably going to get a lot of hate for what I'm about to play. This is April Chapman, and she's talking about what happened in Memphis and what people are saying. Listen.
I just got one question for y'all. All of this redistricting stuff that's been happening, the question that we honestly just need to ask is, are black people still voting? I'm arguing yes. Like the right to vote has not been stripped from you. So if black people are still voting, what are we talking about? Like, what are we actually talking about? Because Democrats up in Tennessee are acting like these Tennessee Republicans have snatched ballots out of black folks' hands, padlocked the polling places, and put Jim Crow at the front door with a clipboard.
It was crazy. That's literally what they're saying.
And told these Memphis voters, I'm sorry, y'all, democracy is closed today. Y'all, that is That is not what happened. Don't let these people emotionally manipulate you like this. Let's not do this. Let me break it down and explain to you what happened down in Tennessee.
So she's speaking the truth. And I still think that if we're looking at Memphis and we're grading the politicians down there, from the school board to the district attorney to the mayor of Shelby County, they all get an F.
Tennessee redrew. They redrew their congressional map. And yes, the Democrats lost their guaranteed political playpen down in Memphis. You see, they've had such a political stronghold for so long, and they've been emotionally using the fight and the struggle of civil rights and the Edmund Pettus Bridge and all the bloodshed that happened. They've been using that in order to maintain political power in this one particular district. But y'all, they didn't lose democracy. They just lost control. They didn't lose any voting rights. Everybody can still vote. Your voting rights are still intact. They lost their racial safety net. Oh yeah, they today, because y'all, they didn't lose Black representation. They lost their melanated Marxist monopoly. And now they are screaming voter suppression. See, that's one of the buzzwords and the key phrases to perk you up, to make you think that something bad is happening. Black voters have actually more options now than they had before. And let me tell you something. These Democrats, they hate options when they're used to ownership.
April Chapman. And if you want to find her on X, you can. She's also on YouTube. Chapman, really, really smart, really speaking the truth. And as you can imagine, she's getting a lot of hate, but she speaks the truth.